Taylor, our friend from Erie's Black Wall Street. She's, of course, the executive director. It's good to have you.
It's always good to be here.
And we're talking about the third annual Greenlight Business Awards Gala, which is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, and this is a fancy one.
Oh, yeah. This one, we are really trying to get back to our roots, and we're trying to bridge the gap between the African-American culture here, or community here, as well as our African immigrants here. And so really wanting to make this a collective event.
Well, talk a little bit about the awards before we really dive into the gala.
Absolutely. So from November to December 31st, people can vote for their favorite Black-owned business that's listed in our Erie's Black Wall Street app on iOS and Android platforms. And then from there, we want to celebrate them in a big way, give them awards, but it's also a night of networking and just true Black excellence.
Yeah, and we talked a couple of weeks ago when you were here about those award winners, and they're going to be celebrated at the gala coming up at the end of the month. But talk about how you're working in that African culture in this celebration.
Absolutely. So we wanted to make sure that it was ingrained in this. And so we reached out to Mr. Emile Lokole, and he is the owner of Erie African Arts, and so we've been consulting with him throughout this entire time. So we will have some dancers that will be sponsored by him, as well as some food, some desserts that will be African desserts as well. Wanting to make sure that the dancing, the music is all together. And then also we have Mr. Felix from My Toto House, who is going to be coming in to be our keynote speaker, and he is a former friend of mine from Edinburgh who actually is out in Seattle, Washington, I believe, who flew in to do this for us because he's so excited that we're bridging that gap.
Yeah, and what does that mean not only to be such a source for Black business owners here locally, but also those with African descent and who we've seen popping up in the business landscape here?
Absolutely. They are entrepreneurs, they are amazing people, and we are better when we do things together, and we wanted to make sure that all people of color are having that support, and so making sure that Black and African are able to have that platform.
So the awards are coming up February 28th. Give us the details there and how people can get involved.
Yes, so they can go right to our website, eriesblackwallstreet.org, and there will be a link to purchase there. Tickets are $75, and it is going to be Friday, February 28th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Ambassador.
And I like how you've noted to work that African culture into your black tie wear, kind of like you're doing today.
Absolutely. It could be very subtle, as maybe you're still wearing whatever dress that you had planned, but you do an earring from Erie African Arts, or you get some clothing from the Agape, I'm sorry, I forget their names, but you work in that African piece just to support and show solidarity.
Yeah, and you can check out all of the winners as well. We had talked about those a couple of weeks ago on your website.
Yes.
But again, get involved, buy the tickets because it's filling up fast. You're almost to your goal there, which is great. But those Greenlight Business Awards, the gala coming up on February 28th. Kyra, always good to see you.
Yes, always nice to be here.
Thanks.